It's in your set. Do you remember the one? You will remember it. It was dead famous, I think. But you did a bit about Scallies changing their hair.
Yeah, look
And
like
I just
dinner
thought
ladies.
it was one of the funniest fucking bits of comedy I've ever seen. It was brilliant. So yeah, I'm buzzing for having you.
It's one of them bits where you can't really do it at every gig because they have to be quiet and paying attention.
Yeah.
If I start going off on tangents while there's, fruit machines going off in the background, it just looks like some pitiful performance piece from an Edinburgh prick.
Yeah, but
The
pitiful
birthdays.
performance. That was
From an Edinburgh prick.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Nice and alliterative.
Yeah,
The birthdays is the bit that always gets me.
that's the bit for me.
Yeah.
Before we do the birthdays.
But you got to say it like a birthdays.
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how sometimes you do your accent a little bit more with certain words or phrases just because it sounds funnier.
I find when I'm in groups of scousers, I definitely go like, you know, all right, lad, a bit more.
Yeah.
Turn it
Do you find that when you're ringing up to complain, you put your posh voice on?
Oh yeah, everyone's got the phone voice.
Yeah.
Like, my nan is the worst for it.
Is it?
Yeah, my nan got conned once by her own son because she answered the phone. She went, "You fucking little prick." Anyway, you fucking little... Good evening. Who's speaking? And my uncle Derek went, "My name is Brian Johnson." I mean, Michael, there's a Mr. Johnson on the phone for you. And I answered the phone like, "Who's this?" And he went, "All right, it's your uncle." And you just conned me, Nan. Yeah.
When you said someone had conned your nan, then I was expecting something completely different, I'll be honest with you. mate.
Yeah, selling a double glazing or something.
Yeah.
A timeshare.
Yeah, took all of her money.
Have we all got our nans? Have we all nans up?
I'm not, no.
I'm not either.
No.
I've got one left.
I've got one.
Okay,
I've
we've got
only
two
ever
nans
had one.
Yeah.
out of 4 of us. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's good going, that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you know your nan?
Yeah.
Growing up?
Yeah.
I don't really remember, man.
She was 98, my gran. when
Wow,
she
good
died,
age.
So, yeah,
That's
she
good
put
going,
her-
that, innit?
Yeah. Smoked and drank like a trooper as well.
Fucking
Oh,
hell.
Well, a legend.
2 nans out of a possible 8.
Yeah. Well, you're
My nan watches this every week.
Everyone's your nan in.
In St Helens?
Yeah.
No?
No. Is that your sister in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, everyone's your
Easy
girlfriend.
to get them mixed up, innit? Nan and sister.
Well, I'm old, aren't I? It's an occupational hazard.
Yeah, after 30, all women look the same to me.
Yeah.
New holes a goal.
Oh no.
Fucking
no.
hell.
What?
And he holds a goal.
His nan watches this.
Yeah.
He just
My
said-
nan's hole is not your goal. Just so you know.
No, thanks for putting that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Florence
know.
is a fucking angel.
Yeah, I know. She's my hero.
Stop it.
Heroin. Can I say that? It might be.
She's never done heroin.
No, she's not.
From St Helens.
Yeah. It's not reached us yet, mate.
Yeah.
No.
That's never been a thing in St Helens yet.
Yeah, she's not getting to 98.
I hope not. I get her house.
Oh, don't be
It's a
horrible.
joke.
Mine
It's a
was
joke.
right.
It's
It
a
wasn't
council
though,
house.
was it? It wasn't.
It's a council house. No one gets
Say
it.
you love your nan right now on mic.
Oh, I love my nan. Like,
I know
so
you
much.
love your nan, actually.
Yeah.
You told me before,
Yeah,
yeah.
my nan's
We all love your nan.
my nan's the one.
Mine's alright.
She's a belter.
You live with yours, don't you?
Yeah, that's why she's alright.
You live with yours, don't you?
Do?
Whoa, that's even weirder.
Yeah.
Out of 4
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
2 of us live with their nans.
Yeah. Well, we've only 2 left. We're just making the most of that time now.
Yeah,
I
that's
live
true.
with mine, but it's in my heart.
That's nice.
I just haven't succeeded in
gay.
life. that was it. I failed at life.
Yeah. My reasoning: lack of success or drive.
Yeah.
Well, when she, not to be harsh, but when she goes, will you get the house?
No.
Ah.
I've seen the will.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
You get some tip
Can I
X.
change it?
Well, I can't. No.
No.
If
You have to do that dead old-fashioned, dead nice writing like old people do, and you're knackered, aren't you?
Yeah,
now?
writing in cursive.
Yeah.
no,
You
if
get
my uncle goes, I'll get the house.
Oh.
So it's him you've got to wait out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And unfortunately, he's only 60.
Get him smoking.
Pull that up near your mouth, man.
He does drink, so you know.
Does he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He drinks every day.
Like a heavy drinker.
Not like a binge. But he'll have about 4 pints a day.
I think it's mad they call it heavy drinking, isn't it? Because they all weigh pretty much the same.
What?
Well, you know,
What happened there?
No, they don't. No.
they do though, don't they?
Well, a
Liquid's
keg weighs more than a
liquid.
bottle, doesn't it?
Huh?
A keg weighs more than a bottle.
No, but the liquid weight's the same.
No. A pint of liquid
I
doesn't.
think I'd be described as a heavy drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could be because you're heavy.
Yeah,
But again,
exactly.
that's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, compared to
Yeah.
Andre the
like a
Giant.
skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your drink? What's your favourite tipple?
So I like a Guinness. Do like a Guinness. I like whiskey, but very specific with whiskey. I'm quite fussy. So there's an Irish whiskey called Redbreast. sponsor
you said
if you
rest.
want to. Yeah, I love it. Rum. I like a spiced rum.
Do you like rum?
Yeah.
Do you think you've got any pirate in you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Somalian. Somalian kind of.
Look at me. This is my drink now.
Yeah.
What's your drink?
I don't drink.
No.
Really at all, because I get drunk dead easily. And I love being drunk, but I'm drunk for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I just feel sick and sleepy and want to go home. So I just don't. But if I'm out, I'll have like lager. Like I like Heineken.
Yeah, Heineken's nice.
Heineken's quite nice.
Have you ever been to the brewery, Heineken Brewery?
No.
It's in, what's that place called where you have all the women in the windows?
Amsterdam.
Yeah. And it's the best place ever. It's, you know, like when something's perfect, that's what it's like. Just
Women in the windows.
Yeah.
And one very famous one in a loft.
All the,
No windows in there, unfortunately.
all the corners are dead square and it's just dead nice.
I like
be
that
a
your
horribly-
idea of heaven's a symmetrical brothel.
Yeah, it is. No, not the brothel, the brewery.
Symmetrical brewery.
You've got all the autism, you haven't.
No, and then they had horses, it's big mean horses pulling the trays.
Yeah.
Like the beer trucks.
You just drink vodka now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing for me, that.
I like vodka. But
got
not
no
Russian
calories.
vodka
Yeah.
anymore. It's 63.
In one shot.
Yeah. That's with tonic. Slimline.
Right. It's the shittest
Fancy.
fucking drink. I can't imagine like having a fucking hard day and then having a vodka and slimline tonic. You know, like when you have that first mouthful, you're like, that's just not going to do it. That's
Yeah,
just
do you know why
not
I'd
going to
like
do
that?
it at all.
Do you know why I'd like that? I'd like the routine of making the drink. It'd
Yeah,
be like rolling a
yeah,
ciggy.
yeah,
You like the routine of it is part
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
reward. It relaxes you, and so I'd go for like a fancy cocktaily drink almost if I came home from a hard
Yeah.
day's work. I wouldn't just want to like crack a can open and just start
Yeah,
drinking.
it's like it's lazy, isn't it? It's,
Yeah,
that's
I wanna
like, it's like a super noodle,
treat
like,
myself.
isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
It's like the pot noodle of the drinking
That mic,
world.
mate, it's in front of your face.
Hmm?
Right in
Move your
front of
mic.
your face, that mic.
Is it?
Yeah, you keep going right behind it.
So you can't bloody edit it like you did that short.
Do people ever ask to touch your beard?
Yeah, all the time.
Does it get annoying?
I wouldn't touch that beard.
Yeah.
No, I don't get why
I quite
people
like
do
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've smelt you though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's not nice.
No.
No.
No. I wouldn't want to touch your beard.
No, it's fitness. That's
It's like black people's hair. People always want to touch that, don't they?
People ask to
Yeah.
touch mine. Do you think it's
Do
a
they?
wig? Yeah.
A
I
wig?
think it's
Yeah.
a wig.
Right.
There was an open spot, like I won't say her name, but she used to. She's like, "Can I touch it?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." And at the time, it was in ringlets because I just washed and brushed it. And she was like, "Oh, it's like I'm fingering you." And I, no, it's not. But she used to come up to me at gigs every time she'd see me and go, "Can I finger you?"
Imagine that the other way around.
Yeah.
We went to this place, right? And it was called Carlisle. I don't know if anyone's ever been there.
I have, mate. Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, right. And we was in this pub, a load of us, and there was these two guys chatting and having a bit of a crap with them, and then one of them got a bit leery. And my mate goes, "That's a wig you've got in it." And this guy goes, "No, it's my hair." And he had red hair. And he goes, "No, it's a wig." And he says, "Why the fuck would you get a wig that's ginger?" And
You wouldn't, would you?
So he's going, "It's not a wig, but it looked like a proper syrup. It really, really did." Anyway, I went for a piss, and when I come back, my mate's got this lad off the floor by his hair, shaking, going, "No, he's right, it's real."
Fucking hell.
How little was it?
He was only little. My mate's big. It was the
Oh,
funniest
God.
thing
I'm
ever.
so glad my hair doesn't look like that. The amount of people
growing
who'd be trying to pick me up to see if it was real.
That was a long time ago. That was in the 90s, and you could do stuff like that then.
What you could pick up.
Abuse the short.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could take the piss out of anyone back in the
Yeah.
90s, couldn't you?
Yeah,
Ginger
right.
people, disabled people, free
Anything.
for all.
Yeah, it was.
I did pick up a little person once in Manchester.
Did you?
An actual little person.
What, and took him home?
No. No. I'm not proud of it. I don't even know if we'll leave this in, to be
You're
honest.
not proud. What
It's a
did you
horrible
do?
story.
What did you do to him?
So I was out with my mates in Manchester for one of my mates' birthdays, and there was a gang of little people, all lads, out together. So like a lads' night out.
7
but,
of them, yeah.
But, yeah.
One of them was happy. One of them looked sleepy.
He was just coming over from a hard day with pickaxes open his shoulders.
All singing.
What are you doing this weekend? I'm going to go and fish that pond.
I think I might just stand in my neighbour's garden with my pants down.
Cheeky little bum cheek out.
So yeah, so there was like a little miniature lads' night out going on in this bar in
I like
Manchester.
the idea that they had their own small table as well.
Oh yeah, everything's appropriate to their size.
Doing shots like that.
Yeah.
Give us another picture.
Yeah.
Bomb and 7 thimbles.
So one of my mates was like, right, we used to play games when we was out with the lads. So we play. We'd have to go and do something awkward. One of them would be like, there'd be like a group of girls, and you had to go and sit at the table, but you're not allowed to talk. You had to stay there for 10 minutes. You're not allowed to say a word. So we used to play little games.
How did that used to go now?
Fucking terribly, mate. Like really bad. We got kicked out of a lot of places. So one of my mates was like, right, you've got to go on Lion King, one of them.
What's the Lion King?
Like with Simba.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but I think I know what
I thought you meant dropping them off a cliff.
No.
One day I'll listen with yours.
No, it's the Arsene Wenger, isn't it?
Yeah. So I had to lift. So I was like, all right, okay. So I picked one with its back to me. That's so bad, isn't it? With his back to me. That's so bad. With his back to me.
Slight bit of respect I had for
I
you.
know.
I don't see him as people.
So sorry. And I just lifted him up.
Yeah.
But as I've gone, you don't realise the dents.
Yeah.
Like a little tally.
Yeah, exactly. Like you think it's going to be dead easy. You know, like picking up a toddler.
Well, you know what? You know why? You'll have been a heavy drinker.
Did he offer any resistance?
He kicked me right in the face. As I've gone like that, he's kicked backwards. Hit me. Oh yeah, completely deserved it. Completely not proud of this story whatsoever.
No.
But it's just something that
Did
happened
you
when I
put
was
down
younger.
Jenkel?
Well, not really, because
Are you saying you dropped him?
yeah. No, I didn't drop him. I tried to put him down, but he was kicky. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much
Couldn't
you
you
can.
just put your hand on his head and...
He was
But he
kicking me
hasn't-
while
he hasn't been
I was
hit
holding
at this
him up.
point.
Like he was kicking backwards.
Did you have a talk?
And then yeah, he was fuming, like really, really angry. I was like, look,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
blaming. Can
I'm
you
sorry.
imagine if someone come pick you up?
I'd be fucking impressed.
Fucking Andre the Giant's coming back to life.
Bringing high up in. Go back a bit up.
I'd be like that. Don't put me down.
You look like that. I
feel
in
alive.
Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
El Cristo Redentor.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Hey,
mate.
Yeah.
flipping
Yeah.
it,
Did you
mate.
say it in Brazilian?
No, I think it is
Portuguese.
Pigeon Spanish.
Pidgin Spanish.
Portuguese is speak in Brazil,
Yeah.
I think.
I've got it from. You don't remember those music videos? Where it was literal music videos where they just sing what was happening in the music video.
All right, yeah.
There was a one for Creed, and they were all Christian. So the fella's doing this pose, and the guy singing it just went El Cristo Redentor. And that's always stayed in my mind.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It sounds like a you know the way Everton has Nil Satus Optimum. It
Yeah.
sounds like a thing for the football team. That
Is that, what's it, one of Optimus Prime's?
No.
No.
Oh, it means
No,
we should have had a
Latin.
penalty.
Well, you need 10 points back. Are you an Everton fan?
no, I don't watch footy.
No.
No, me neither.
If someone says, "Are you a red or a blue?" at
Yeah.
a gig, I always say, "Which are you?"
Yeah,
I try and ask them first because I can't be bothered with them being like, "Oh, now I immediately hate you." Because
Yeah.
you support a team that wear a different colour shirt to the team I support.
It's
I
weird,
fucking
isn't it, how
hate all that.
polarising football is. Like
It's mental, that.
It is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the same with like Manchester and Liverpool. Sometimes you know when you do gigs in
Yeah.
Manchester and you hear your accent and they're a bit like, "Oh, Scouser." It's like, are we still fucking doing this?
But I
Didn't we leave this behind in the early 2000s?
I always bring up the ship Kinnell. That's
Yeah.
got a bit more substance to it. No, but I think it's a form of endearment. I think, innit? Because it's a common ground
I
almost.
think it's a form of tribality.
Do you think?
I think it can be
maybe.
both, because you have your mate, you're like, he's a fucking knobhead, but he's alright because he's a blue or whatever. But the actual people who get really upset over it, I can't be doing with.
No.
It's boring.
Yeah.
It's really fucking boring.
Hey, speaking about dwarfs, right? I wanted to say, Mike said something like Portuguese and detracted us, but I just wanted to point out, do you know when I go out sometimes and I see, because I'm 5'1", and if I see, you know when you see a hen do and they've got like a dwarf like handcuffed to them,
Yeah.
that's like the entertainment. There's a part of me that thinks, Adam, if your career goes downhill,
That's what you're going to be.
that's going to be me one day. And that genuinely does scare me, the idea of having to, because I always feel so sorry for them. Imagine that's your
It's good
job.
money, though, I reckon.
It better be. For the fucking shame they have to
Yeah,
put
because it
themselves
is
through.
shameful.
I don't know if you know. It's this is different. It's not a dwarf, but one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and it was epic. We went to a show it's a car thing with my lad, but the guy who run it was a proper stress head, like really, really stress head, and it was his birthday. And his mates had all chipped in and paid for a mariachi band to follow him round, right? And it sounds, while he was going round, this track will organise a show. So when he going to talk to an exhibitor or something, they're all like going, right? But in the end, you could see he was getting stressed with everything, and he was getting proper fucked off with these guys and just following him to the point that I went for a slash and he was in the toilet and they were all outside playing and he was going, "Will you fuck off?" Wow. It was epic.
Oh, they're great. And would they stop playing when he stopped moving?
Yeah.
They'd only play when he'd move. That's so even
funny.
better.
It was dead funny, or when you were just, if you were talking, then he'd start, and then if he was talking to a girl, they'd start playing like serenading him.
So
he gets a phone call saying his missus is in hospital. So come quick, he's running away.
Honestly, it was epic. I just thought I'd quite like to do that as a job.
What, being a mariachi band?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd suit you, mate. Yeah. The first heavy metal mariachi band, that'd suit you.
Oh, you like heavy metal?
I like lots of music, yeah, but I don't mind heavy metal. So, Adam, what got you into comedy?
Oh, God, it was so long ago now. It's like 15 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, obviously I lie at gigs and say, I've been doing it for a couple of years. You know? So they think, whoa, he's this fucking wizard? But no, it's been like 15 years, I think. I can't remember. I finished uni. I didn't want to get a job. And then I found out that there was a comedy course at my uni ran by Sam Avery and Chris Cairns.
which university did you go to?
Hope.
Ah,
Yeah, Liverpool Hope.
did you go to their course at the top of St John's Beacon?
Yeah, the Radio City Tower. Yeah, that's the one I did.
I used to email about going to that, but I'm terrified of lifts, so I'd be like,
really?
can I walk up? And I'd get an email from Sam Avery telling me to fuck off.
Yeah, I think it's like 1,000 steps or something like that up to the top. So I did that. Oh, that's not burp then. I was
That's
close.
okay,
Sorry.
don't worry.
I'm such a toxic male.
It's a thumbnail.
on podcasts.
That's a thumbnail sorted.
Fucking
Tommy,
burping.
pick him up and pat him.
Yeah, and I'll kick you in the face. And then be just like old times.
Has it scarred you, that then?
Yeah.
Told you I've been following you for years.
You sat at my table for 10 minutes and didn't say anything. I was like, this guy's taking the piss. Then he picked me up. Call me it. Wow. Did you do a course?
I did one with Chris Cairns, but it was 2014. I did one, but it was my best friend used to work in Forbidden Planet when Chris worked there, and they know each other obviously. So Chris was just looking for bodies because they didn't have enough people, and it turned out that it was for Liverpool FC men's mental health charity. So I didn't know, like everyone else apart from me and my mate had all had serious mental health issues. So they'd all tried to kill themselves and stuff. And when I made the semis of So You Think You're Funny, the Echo rang me up and were like, do you go out more now?
Do you go out more now?
Yeah, do you make friends and that more easily? And I was like, yeah, I suppose I do. And like the headline was sort of like, mental comic goes to mental comedy festival. I was like, oh.
Whoa, you could have sued them for slander or something like that, couldn't you?
So, did you go to Hot Water back when it was in the Crown and that then?
Yeah, I was there when it was in Envy.
Because I remember trying to ring up to get in to try and ask for an open spot before I even knew what one was, because I just wanted to try it. But I never got an answer from the club. Or the bar or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They'll get back to you, mate.
Yeah.
They'll come back to you.
Yeah, someday.
Yeah.
Keep plugging away.
Yeah.
You're getting out more now, though.
Yeah,
You've got
making friends.
doing podcasts. This is the next step, evolutionary, isn't it, for comics now?
Yeah.
That's one of the things. You know that cliche about if you walk down a street in LA and you can ask someone, oh, how's the script coming along? And they'll always say, oh, yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
You can say to pretty much any act, how's the podcast?
yeah.
And they'll be
Podcast.
like, yeah, not bad.
It's all right, mate.
Episode
it's growing
3,
slowly.
a couple of hundred downloads, not bad.
Yeah.
What made you want to do a podcast? Because I know you came in later, so it
Yeah.
started with you two.
So basically, I did comedy years ago, years and years ago, and then I had family and kids in the Staunton, had to get a proper job and stuff, and then I sort of had not a midlife crisis, but kids are grown up now, and I said to the missus, "Oh, I'm going to go and try and do comedy again." So I thought, where do I start? And then Mrs. says, oh, there's a course at the Frog and Bucket, why don't you do that? And I'm like, all right then. So I signed on to that with Dave Williams.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. That's where I met Tommy. And we just got chatting. And then we said, and my sort of idea behind it was that the hardest bit about comedy is getting gigs and getting to know people, sort of thing. So, I mean, it's changed a little bit now with the internet, but when I used to do it, there was no internet. So you had to go to a gig and meet people, and then you might meet 2 or 3 people, and that's how you did it. So it's quite hard to find out about new venues and find out about things. So we thought, well, if we get a podcast, invite people on, then we get in that community quicker than if we just went around to gigs. And that was the idea behind it, as well as wanting to do it, sort of thing, and just interested in it.
I like podcasts, so I'm not into music at all. I've always listened to podcasts and stuff.
Bon Jovi, right?
Yeah. We have to mention that every episode now. Like every episode.
That's real.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't listen to music, but you do listen to Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I love Bon Jovi.
You like more than Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bon Jovi would be my favourite, but there's only very select.
You like Creed because we've talked about Creed.
Yeah.
My Sacrifice and that.
Yeah. When I was in high school, that was my jam.
You like that one that goes, hi-ho?
Yeah, love that one.
In fact, you've also said that you're Westlife's biggest fan.
Yeah.
I loved Westlife when I was in high school.
That's mad, that, you know.
Did.
God.
Yeah.
Were you picked on?
No. No. I was quite... I was a rugby player, like, back in high school and stuff.
Even so, I think, you know...
But yeah, I used to double denim.
Oh, God.
Did. Jeans, denim jacket,
Was it
collar up.
Stonewashed?
Collar up, quiff.
Stonewashed?
No.
I used to like double denim if it was
Were you hanging around the malt shop?
No. All the bitches. Yeah.
So I used to double denim, but I had a black denim jacket, so I was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Then, yeah.
Jeans are coming back in, aren't they?
Yeah.
Everyone's dressing like it's the 90s again.
Oh,
Jeans and black leather jackets.
That's my wardrobe currently.
Yes.
So yeah, So I've always wanted to do a podcast, and then Joey had a studio, so I was like, "Well, you'll do."
Yeah. And what a studio!
I didn't have
You've got a
to.
fucking tree of scaffolding in the middle of
Build
it.
this.
Yeah.
Sick, isn't it?
It's cool, yeah.
We literally built it.
We used to have about
impressive.
2 million tripods and cameras and lights, and you just couldn't walk in the room.
Yeah,
so.
trying to walk around must have been a pain.
So we built the Podotron.
Podotron 2000.
Yeah.
Well, 4000.
I was going to say the number changes every week.
It does.
No, because it's modified now. You've got a table.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got a coffee
Yeah.
holder thing as well.
Yeah, I keep getting promised one of them.
Yeah, well, I can't. It's Christmas coming up, mate.
He doesn't know if he's going to keep you on yet. As a co-host.
I'm excited. So yeah, that's why I wanted to just do a podcast. But it was a good way to get acts on and meet people and networking.
Yeah, community and that.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't run a gig, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
Just got to get that out
No,
straight.
that's okay, mate.
Fuck off.
We just
It just cuts and I'm not here anymore.
Mike was like, "Oh, I know Adam Staunton." I was like, "Oh, can you try and get him on?" that was pretty much it.
And then how did you get involved?
Literally, I did an episode with them after we did a roast battle in St. Helens.
That was a good night. That.
Yeah, it was one of my favourite nights ever in comedy.
Same.
Because it was fucking mad. Matt Jones had to go on someone's vape and didn't realise it was cannabis.
Cannabis.
Yeah, and forgot all of his roasts, so he just kept calling Jack Miller a fat cunt.
That's literally all his roasts, wasn't it? He did a song about McDonald's.
Yeah,
and
the
just
song
called him
was
a fat
pretty
cunt.
good.
Yeah, Sweets and Mackies to the tune of Sweet Caroline.
Yes.
Queuing up at Mackies to buy a can of Vindaloo.
Wait, how did he do that phonetically? Sweet Mackies.
No, Sweets and Mackies.
Sweets and Mackies.
Good
Okay.
times when he's in the queue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And-
fucking brilliant that night.
Yeah. They asked me to jump on for an episode and then fucked off.
Yeah.
And
He
then,
did fuck off. He couldn't commit
He
the
died.
time.
yeah.
Yeah. Murph hated us.
Yeah.
Did he? Oh,
No, I'm joking. Murph's a fucking
Hey, he
great.
won Frog and Bucket.
Yeah, shout out Murph.
Yeah,
this
well
week.
done,
He's
Murph.
Yeah,
won
well
his-
done. 13th attempt, apparently.
Yeah. So
Well done.
He won his Beat the Frog this week, so I'm buzzing for him. Genuinely good lad, Murph.
likes a bit of flavour.
Yeah. And then Murph went, and then we was like, who would be the number one person that we'd want to get?
Yeah.
And Jack Miller's got kids, so,
And even they said no.
so
Always available.
Who is the most mental comic we know? Oh, I've seen that in the paper.
yeah. So there we go. And then
got that.
so we asked Mike, and there we go.
Cool. How are you finding hosting? Like 3 years? Because it's an interesting... I've not seen a lot of podcasts where you've got 3 hosts.
I don't know.
I don't think of myself as as a host. I think of myself as like just chipping in.
Okay.
I'm the third.
Well, yeah, I just think it's just having a chat. That's what we're trying to do. Just have a laugh.
But don't you think though, when after you've hosted a few, you get a kind of idea for like when to, for instance, like not interrupt, for when to let someone tell a story. You get a second sense for when to.
No,
that's not. Fair enough.
You should have said that mid sentence.
I was carrying on the sentence when you were so to interrupt.
We're learning with it, mate. It's as simple as that. Like we genuinely was shit when we very first started.
They had fun though.
Yeah, and then they're getting better, and we're learning what questions to ask and stuff like that.
It is interesting, isn't it? As like as a host, you've got to know like when to ask a question, when to change the subject. There's little things that you've got to be aware of. It's not just a case of just press record and just have a chat. There's more to it than that.
Yeah,
I mean?
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Because I think what we're learning is if you do it live, you don't have to do it in the edit. So it saves time basically. So.
Have you got like a favourite gig that you've done, or is there places where you love performing more?
I always like doing Blackpool, Ryan's gig in Blackpool.
Oh yeah, Ryan Gleason's.
That's always fun. I always find that those gigs are just on the right side of rough.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've got like an audience, a fan base, but I think it's people who are like, not thick, but just don't want to think too much and just want to relax.
How you embrace your fan base.
I think
that's amazing.
They'll be fine with that. That's kind of a compliment.
C students.
Yeah, basically.
I'm in his fucking fan base.
Well, that's what it's all about now, isn't it? Getting a fan base and developing it, and then touring, and then making money off them.
Yeah.
That's the career path now.
Milk
For a
do
lot
you
of
think-
them.
Do you think that is still a career path, or do you think
Yeah, definitely.
you've got to become internet famous?
Well, that's how you do it.
That's how you get the tours.
That's how you get the tours. Like you look at Tom Lawrenson, right? He's massive on the moment at like TikTok and stuff like that. Tom Little, he's another one who's massive on TikTok. They could,
Tom is
theoretically tour
Yeah,
to
Tom
those
is.
fans. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can do it that way.
Tom Lawrence, I should say, because she had 2 Toms then.
Yeah, 2 Toms. Tom to Tom.
Yeah.
Is that where you want to go with it? Do you want to tour
God.
and?
I don't know. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Have you done Edinburgh shows?
No, I did Big Value in 2011, and that was fun but incredibly expensive. And I was like, "This is a bit of a con."
How much was it back then?
Oh God, so 3-4 grand maybe.
Yeah.
Is that just for the show off?
No, that was for the place I was staying for the month.
Who was it saying to us it was $7 grand? I remember someone was telling us that they did Edinburgh. It cost them $7 grand.
I did AAA and all in for me. It was about 5.
It's just horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just horrible. I mean, I know it's not going to change as long as people keep doing it, but at the same time, the reason people keep doing it is because they have this idea that it is going to lead to something.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them. And then for the fact that for 90% of them it won't, and they've just dropped $5 grand to have, just see it as a holiday. That's all you've got to do. Just see it as a holiday that you've got to pay for, and you get to do the thing that you love doing every night, performing. But there's no way I'd
It's
do
like
Edinburgh
boot
again.
camp, really, isn't it? You
Yeah,
do
boot camp.
29 gigs or whatever it was.
And you come away sharper.
Yeah,
You're better
definitely.
for it.
Well,
There's benefits. It's just incredibly expensive.
But it's not like when you read, I don't know, Paul Merton's book and he does 1 week at the Fringe and gets on the BBC.
Yeah.
The way it used to be.
Yeah, I know. And what's annoying is when people like that then come back to the Fringe. Oh, I'll do a run at the Fringe. It's like, nice one, mate. You've just taken an audience that could potentially have gone to, and spent money on seeing somebody else. And then who can't even afford it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I think it's a bit bollocks now. Do you like Edinburgh?
I love it. I've been a few. I've never performed there because I've only just started doing stand up. But I've been to the Fringe a few times. It's something I used to do.
It's a really nice experience, but it's so expensive.
To go as a punter, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like you've got so much comedy around you, and then once you've watched your shows that you want to watch during the day, go and watching the improvs that are on at 2 a.m. when you're already leathered, and it's just the funniest, shittest thing you've ever seen in your life. But that's what makes you Fringe then, because they're so bad, they're great.
Yeah. The Edinburgh Cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Fucking love it. Absolutely
Festival.
love it. But
What was it like? Did you ever go back in the day? When you did comedy?
No, I never did Edinburgh. No, I wanted to, but again, it's just I had even when I was doing my comedy, then I had a full-time job, so I was struck. Could do stuff at night, but I could never warrant the time really to go.
I will do it. It's on my bucket list to do a Fringe run.
It's a good thing to have as a bucket list.
Just because I've been there and watched it. Like when I started comedy, I was like, well, that's got to be on the bucket list.
Yeah.
Is a run at the Fringe, 100%.
Do triple A. They're good.
Do you not think a run's a bit strong? A shuffle at the fringe.
Yeah, a little waddle at the front. I could barely waddle today, to be fair,
You
man.
bad
I'm in
back?
so much pain. Yeah, I'm fucked.
Coccyx is gone.
Yeah, my coccyx, it's all fucked up. All kinds of fucked up.
How did you do it?
I don't really want to say.
No.
He's
Having a shit.
visualising it with his face right now.
Was it
Yeah.
having a shit?
No, I tripped on some charging wires next to my bed and I hit the bedside table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bit that.
Is the
You should-
table all right?
No, it's fucked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's fucked. It's kindling. No. There's nothing left
Do
of
you
that.
ever think that might be like
A sign.
a karma for dwarf picking?
Dwarf picking.
What, like pumpkin picking?
Yeah.
Like there's a specific
You
season
can,
for it.
can't you? And go not to
What, and go pick dwarfs?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
That's how
fucking
they grow in the
great.
field.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said,
Like that, wouldn't it?
like mandrakes on Harry Potter. Screaming. I'm not proud of it.
Adam, we've got quick fire questions for you now.
Oh, brilliant.
This will take about half an hour.
Now I'm going to answer these as quickly as I can.
Well, you don't have to.
But it's quick fire questions.
No, that's just the speed I read them at.
Ah.
Right. So who makes the best pies? Hollands or Pucker?
Hollands.
Yeah, I'll go with that as well.
Just move that way a bit, mate.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting shouted at. Eddie Murphy or Bill Burr?
Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Really?
Yeah, I met the first stand-up special I ever watched was Eddie Murphy's Raw,
Raw.
which I think was
Yeah,
the late
yeah.
80s. It's the one where he wore the red
Yeah,
or orange
red
The
leather
glasses.
Mr. T one, I
yeah.
think of it as.
Yeah. And it's not dated well, but
No,
I'll never
no,
not think that was brilliant.
I must admit, that was probably, when that come out, that was one of the things that made me want to do comedy as well. Cause
I
that
just
was
his performance in it, he's so cool and he's so like sexy. And
Yeah.
I remember watching it thinking that's exactly what I want to be.
I reckon I could.
Cool and sexy.
Cool and sexy and
Nailed
back.
it.
I reckon,
Halfway there.
even now, I reckon I could probably recite most of that back.
I wouldn't try it.
Because, no.
You can't remember your own set.
No, but that's from the olden days.
The olden days.
Have you given your answers to these questions?
No.
These quick
They're
fire
for the
questions.
guests.
We'll just chip, yeah, they're for the
Just
guests.
for the
We'll
guests.
chip in as and
Okay.
I don't eat pies, so.
What?
Yeah, I've never really been a pie eater.
Really?
You know?
Yeah,
Pies are
controversial.
great.
Controversially as a fat man now.
Yeah. Pies are
Likes Bon Jovi, doesn't like pies. This
I'll-
is
I'll have a
blowing
mac-
my mind.
I
this
can see a
podcast.
t-shirt here.
I will have a mac and cheese pie. That's
Mac
what-
and cheese? Is
Yeah.
that macaroni, like
Yeah,
spaghetti?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not mackerel.
I thought you meant like McDonald's, like a
a Mackey's
In a
pie.
pie. Finally.
Yeah.
like a Big Mac in a pie.
Together at last.
That'd be fucking
Big
gorgeous.
Yeah,
in
what do
a
you
pie. Yeah, I quite like the sound of that now.
Yeah, me too.
But I was thinking of it as like an actual McDonald's pie. You know the way they're just them horrible tubes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, like the apple thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you crush one of them up in a McFlurry, it's phenomenal.
That is diabetes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm not a healthy man, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know, from your coccyx.
It can't be as bad as snorting Pink Lady's fingers.
Who was snorting Pink Lady fingers?
Him last week.
It wasn't me. It was a girl I used to live with on nights out. She'd mash up, those pink wafer biscuits.
Yeah.
And get people to snort lines of them.
And would she tell them it's like drugs?
No. She'd
Right.
just snort
Oh,
pink
so
Lady.
everyone involved
She'd
is
just
a
go
fucking
finding
idiot.
fat people on the street to go,
No,
do you want a line?
just like students we live with.
Wow.
And she'd chop them up on the table.
And you spoke about this last week?
Yeah.
How do I not remember that?
Do you know?
Your back was really fucking hurt.
I think it's just the ADHD, mate, innit?
Another
I
thing-
drift off a lot.
Another thing she fucking did, and I don't know how she did it. We had cleaners in the halls of residence, but she carpeted the entire floor of our kitchen in nutshells. She must have laid them out individually and backed up to the door.
You look good.
Like pistachio shells.
I don't know what nuts do it. I'm guessing like walnuts or something.
It's like a
But she
deleted
laid
scene
out
from Home Alone.
The entire floor. I walked into the kitchen about 9 o'clock and I just saw the cleaner come in and go and leave, and she didn't come back for a month.
Did she mention Lemon Pledge?
Fucking hell.
But I just was like, it wasn't me.
Strange person.
Yeah.
You had to live with it.
Oh yeah, for 2 years.
Wow.
She was so well known that if you rang a local takeaway at about 5 o'clock, they'd answer and go, "Hello, Louisa."
Big girl.
No, that's
No,
the
we
thing.
don't sell nuts.
Yeah. No, she was tiny, not of it, but she just couldn't cook,
Yeah.
so everything was takeaway. Like she made us a roast dinner one night, and we all got food poisoning.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
Go on, next question.
Quick fire.
If you had to pick one, and you could only have one for the rest of your life, would you pick comedy or music?
Oh, that's tough.
I know.
Comedy.
Comedy, would you?
Yeah, but I'll be an incredibly bitter, angry act.
Well,
'cause
most comics are.
I love music. Yeah, maybe it'd help me. Maybe it'd
That's
help.
the easiest question ever for me, that one.
Yeah, Bon Jovi or comedy would be a harder question
comedy,
for you.
mate.
Wouldn't
Just comedy.
So if you're going to go on a proper night out, would you sooner go with a god or with the devil?
God or the devil?
Yeah.
A night out, God.
Do you reckon? I'd
Yeah.
go with the devil. You'd have a right laugh, wouldn't you?
No, I'd end up getting fucking shagged up behind a skip.
No, I'd only pick you up.
Yeah.
Right, you've got to think about this one now, right? If you were the captain of a football team at school, right, and it was a finals of the interleague school football match, you were there, and you had to pick a player, would you pick Mike or Tommy?
Mike,
Oh, thank you.
because Tommy has a bad back.
Yeah.
I'm out injured at the minute.
I'm clearly athletic.
Oh, well, you've answered this one that you don't, so I was going to say, what's the most beers you've drank in a session?
Oh, 3,
Right.
maybe at that.
12.
What date do you believe to be the earliest you can start putting up Christmas decorations?
Date?
Yeah.
1st of December.
Do you reckon the 3rd?
Yeah.
See, I'm a week before Christmas, mate. It does me head in if it's all...
But then you don't get the benefit of seeing them for the whole month. If you only have
but
them
you
up for
have
like a few
half
weeks.
a month in January
Yeah,
as
you
well,
can leave
don't
up
you?
for the first 2. Isn't
12 days.
Yeah.
But after New Year's, anyone with the decorations still up just look lazy
Do you think?
to me. It's like Christmas and New Year is now over. It's the start of the new year. It's
Yeah.
See, I always
shit.
think of
It's cold.
January as a
Get
hangover.
the tree down. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
like,
is, isn't it?
You can do nothing for January and it's fine. February, the year starts moving a bit.
Yeah, I don't notice stuff happening in my life until like February, March. January is just a blur.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's grey, and I
That's
hate
the only
everything.
thing, yeah, the
And
weather's
there's usually
bonkers.
not that many gigs.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
That's what I always think the timing of Christmas and New Year should be opposite ways. Because New Year's shite. New Year's the worst holiday.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I quite like New Year.
You build up to nothing.
Yeah, you build up to another year of shit.
Whereas Christmas, you get nice things.
It's a positive podcast.
Yeah.
Trust me, you'll have listeners who think exactly the same
Yeah.
as this.
We'll have listeners.
Yeah, you said you said a couple of hundred downloads before.
So that's a controversial thing then. So we have Christmas on January the 1st and New Year on the 25th.
Yeah, just do it the opposite way around.
No, you know what I want? I want Christmas in summer.
No.
Have you ever had your Christmas
I want
in
summer
summer,
Christmas.
though?
That's what they have in
Australia.
Australia.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, I lived in Australia and we had
Amazing,
Christmas
isn't
and it's weird.
Imagine having a barbecue for Christmas. How fucking
You
great
literally
would
can.
that be?
You can. You
Not
can just have a
outside, though.
barbecue. Yeah. You can.
No,
It'll be fucking
he's gotta
cold.
be
You can
doing
do
that
it.
outside.
Yeah, just do it. Just go make some Iceland burgers on your fucking
Yeah, but
patio.
Yeah, I'm in Christmas.
Yeah, you, like the dad forcing the kids to go out and fucking. No, I used to live in Australia. We'll have fun, honestly. I fucking hate you, Dad. I want to be inside where it's warm.
That's
No.
what we were talking about on the way down. Tommy wants to get a pizza oven for his backyard at some point, and I was just, that's a classic.
Be better off at the bedside table.
Dad, overly complicated thing that wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah,
Like a soda stream and that.
yeah, sure. You'd use it twice.
Yeah, but you're like,
I
And
would
then
use
that's
a
it.
pizza oven daily if I had a pizza oven.
I'm with you on this. I've actually thought about, because you can get them, them exercise balls. Well, you probably don't, but you can get them.
Oh, it's okay.
It's not expecting that.
yeah.
So you get them exercise balls and you can put bricks and concrete around them and make your own, and you pop it, and then you've got the shape.
Oh, yeah. So you can build your own.
Pizza oven.
Yeah.
I quite fancy that, mate.
Yeah.
But I can't eat pizza.
Yeah. Gluten-free pizza would be the saddest fucking
it's
thing,
not
wouldn't
good.
it?
It's like cardboard with bits of sausage and stuff on.
Yeah.
Not
Like the lid of a pizza box.
Yeah. Yeah, each pizza comes with its own free vegan pizza. Just break off the lid and eat it. That's a good marketing technique, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's an hole in it. That's for the sauce. Oh my god.
Genius.
Genius. Doc Martens or cowboy boots?
Doc Martens, I guess.
Do you think?
I'm thinking about
I'd rock cowboy boots. Mate,
Oh, for me?
Yeah, for going out in.
Yeah, Doc Martens. I'd look ridiculous in both. There's very few things clothing-wise the short men can pull off.
You look like the Milky Bar kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Cowboy boots.
Cowboy
You'd look
boots.
like Woody.
Yeah.
You pick them up again.
there's a snake in my boots or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, like trench coats,
You don't need to
hats.
show off.
Nah, you can't just, no. But if it was on a girl, Doc Martens.
Oh,
I think.
you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, never
Oh
thought
no,
of
I
that.
prefer a girl in cowboy boots.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little Daisy Duke shorts
Little
and
Rootin'
some
Tootin'.
cowboy boots.
Yeah.
I think the songs of both.
Or one of each should be good.
Yeah.
No, she'd look
And they're
amazing.
slippy so they can't run away as
Looked
fast.
like she had an orthopedic shoe.
One built-up shoe.
I remember once. I remember once going into
It's
the night.
Clubfoot Sally.
That's a great song.
But Sally. But Sally. Bam, bam.
I remember going in a nightclub when we was kids and he wouldn't let us in because we had trainers on or whatever. So we went outside.
Clubfoot Sally's amazing. Like Calamity Jane or something. Clubfoot Sally, legend of the Old West.
She's moderately chasing us.
Yeah. Sheriff,
Take a
looks
shoe
like
off, you'll just go
Clubfoot
round in a circle.
One boot in a stirrup, just hanging off the horse.
I think that'd be good.
You were trying to get into a nightclub.
No, it don't matter now. It's
Yeah,
gone.
trainer.
It's gone.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
It got me there.
What's the best cheese? Right, cheddar or parmesan?
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more
That is
adaptable.
no, it's
Sprinkling
not.
on
Cheddar's
stuff.
way more versatile than Parmesan.
Parmesan
Nah,
just tastes
Parmesan's
nice.
You
tastes
can't put
nicer.
Parmesan on toast.
No.
You can.
You can't put
Well,
Parmesan
nice.
on your beans.
You can.
You definitely
can't,
can put on
right.
beans.
No, you can't.
definitely
It doesn't
can.
go as good as cheddar.
No, I think I'm with Mike on that. Parmesan does go really well on beans.
No. Cheddars are much better.
I said you can put it on them. I don't know if it goes as well as cheddar.
Cheddars are much more versatile cheese. You can do more stuff with cheddar than you can do.
Tommy's a chef, by the way.
Are you really?
I was. I've not been a chef for a while.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
got to
was.
be nice cheddar though. It's not like the
Yeah.
you know.
Don't get me wrong. I love Parmesan.
Yeah.
No.
If I'm making like pasta or whatever, like you've got to have Parmesan, but cheddar's a much more versatile cheese.
You see, I don't know. Cheddar just goes like napalm, doesn't it? Just sticky, not.
What?
No, it's,
You mean it melts?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But Parmesan's just like the king of cheeses, isn't it?
No.
I think.
It's not.
It's a great cheese.
Yeah,
It's not the king though. Cheddar's the king of cheese.
No, I disagree. Mind you, it's made in caves, isn't it? That's quite cool. Okay.
Quick fire.
Which superhero would you be? Superman or Batman?
Oh, Batman.
Would you?
But I hate superheroes now.
Yeah.
Marvel's just ruined superhero film. The last superhero film I watched was the very No, it wasn't. It was Spider-Man fucking 2. That's the last one I watched in
don't
the
watch
cinema.
it either,
And after
but-
that, I'm fucking done with all of them. It's
can
the same
just-
story every single time, and it's all CGI, and it's all bollocks. And the final scene is always, look at these things I'm shooting out my hands. Oh, yeah, well, I'm shooting things out my eyes. And it's like, this is for fucking kids. I'm bored of this.
Mike is so triggered right now.
I could see in my peripherals, so that's why I carried on.
What they filmed one of them in Manchester, didn't they? Which was that?
They filmed Captain America, the first one, in parts of Liverpool and Manchester.
The new Batman they filmed in Liverpool as well.
Yeah, they did. But there's bits in Captain America where he's running down the Albert Dock, but then he turns and he's in Manchester. It's really weird.
How long are his
Yeah.
legs?
That's why the fucking Batman was really strange, because he leaps off the Liver building but lands on Mount Pleasant.
But I'm with you there, Adam. I'm so over superhero films now.
Yeah, I'm bored of them.
Like it's been saturated, hasn't it?
No, it hasn't.
It has.
This fucking right. This is bullshit. There's about 8 superhero films a year. At the height of
Hey, yeah.
at the height of cinematic production, there was 400 westerns
I
a
was
year.
waiting for you to bring up westerns.
Yeah, I fucking hate westerns.
Yeah.
Westerns are
I
better.
do with
And
all the
they-
cowboys with odd
They
shoes.
still make over 100 westerns a year. It's bullshit.
Westerns are
Did
so
they
much
do a
better.
superhero western?
Probably, yeah. Jonah Hex.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Shit, but it... No, it really pisses me off when people are like, there's too many. No, there isn't.
There is.
There's too much football. There's too many westerns.
Yeah. You need to do a strong.
You think we need more superhero movies?
No, I think we're at the right amount.
I think there's not enough of the things I like.
Yeah.
And the's too much of the things I don't like.
I think
Yes,
that's it.
exactly that.
Yeah.
But
Exactly that.
Do you not think that you need the stuff you don't like to make the stuff you do like better?
Yeah, because and also we need it for podcast questions.
Well, I do think like they could space them out more. To be fair,
That shot where in Batman where he jumps off the lava building, it would be such a cool shot if they didn't have the camera right there. It looks stupid as he's coming down. That shot they've got of him and it's right in front
where
of his
it's
face.
stuck on it. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine how much better that shot would have been if they just pulled the camera back a little bit and let us actually see him. It's just
I liked that film, but it felt like a Netflix thing.
Yeah.
You know, it was good, but it didn't need to be 2.5 hours.
yeah.
Anyway, so I'm off me. So,
But yeah, I used to love Batman when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Loved
did ya?
it. The animated series from the early 90s I still watch every
just
now
come
and
on
then.
Netflix now.
100% with you.
That was
Batman
great.
was my superhero choice.
I like the Fonz.
The Fonz, he was great. Hey,
What was his superpower?
he was dead good at pointing.
Sleeping
No,
with
it could
women
start-
who were 10 years younger than him.
Start jukeboxes.
He could start jukeboxes.
It used to go when the song would play.
Very practical.
Yeah.
I feel like I've ruined the mood.
No, you're fine.
I don't give a shit. I hate westerns.
So, what's your favourite
Sound
western?
Islamic.
I've got loads of favourite westerns.
7 minutes.
I quite like westerns. It's
Have you
like
ever seen-
I've always thought westerns are like superhero films, but for adults.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like, especially. Do you remember the one they did with Back to the Future that was a western as well? I mean, that was great.
Oh yeah, that one. That was.
Are
funny.
you alright, Tom?
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh my god!
I
Let
thought
me
you were
take
killing
that
them.
for you.
I was trying to get a
Jesus,
No,
man.
I really thought you were tipping over then.
I'm good. We'll cut this bit out.
Adam,
Once
go
Upon a
and pick
Time
them
in
up.
the West. That's my favourite western.
Oh, okay.
Once Upon a Time in the West. I liked.
I like Fred.
Fred. Wait, was that YouTuber?
No, the
Oh.
guy that murdered everyone in Fred West. He was great.
Oh, okay.
Fuck's sake. That was awful.
His name wasn't even Fred Weston.
310 to Humour was mine, I think.
Yeah.
It was just Fred. I like that. Obviously, I like Django.
No, but it was his wife Rose, so it was Fred Weston Rose.
Fred West. Hell.
He had a brother called John.
Yeah.
He's in the fishing industry.
He did stuff with pianos.
So
Yeah.
I'm good on fish. What did you shout about fish?
Yeah, he is a fish wizard.
Who's the best poet? Shakespeare or Wordsworth?
Wordsworth. I hate Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Because I hate it because we had to study him.
Yeah, I did.
Have you got a favourite poet?
Byron, I guess, the classic ones. Chaucer, people like
I
that.
like that. That's cool.
What's that?
Neruda me.
Philomena Clump. Have you seen that one with her where she's asking the guy about poetry and he goes, "Who's Ron?" And she says, "What?" So and he goes, "I've just seen a poem by Ron." I love that. Very good.
She's great. She started as a Charlie Brooker character
Yeah,
didn't she,
yeah,
on
yeah.
Screen Wipe.
I think Charlie Brooker does a lot of the writing for it, doesn't he? Still, so.
He's a cool guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't
Charlie
do
Brooker.
anything like that anymore, though, does he? He does the New Year's one on Netflix now.
Yeah, I think he's more of a writer producer.
Yeah.
now. I loved his Big Brother pastiche as well. I think it was called Dead Set or
Yeah,
something
I
like
like
that.
Oh, yeah, Dead Set
About
was really
zombies
good.
in the
Yeah,
Big
that was
Brother
class.
house. It was really, really
That was
good.
really good.
Black Mirror was great to a point, I think.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, that episode with Kenny.
Yeah.
What is it? Shut up and dance.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I'll never forget that.
Train Spotting the Pulp Fiction.
Train Spotting.
No,
That's a good
Pulp
call.
Fiction.
I might go with
Nah,
that as
Train
well.
Spotting. Yeah, I like hearing like accents that aren't American sometimes in films. You know what I mean?
And Trainspotting's one of the best films ever made.
Yeah, and like Dead Man's Shoes. You ever seen that?
Quality.
I've never
Such a
seen
good
that.
British film.
Yeah. Ken Dodd or Chubby Brown?
Chubby Brown,
Oh, that's an interesting.
100%. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He's racist and sexist.
Yeah.
A lot of his jokes,
But
but
I think
But
it's
that's
a
why
lot
we
of-
like him.
but, yeah, I think a lot of them are funny.
no,
and
but
that'll
it's
make
off
me
the
laugh.
time in it. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
If you it's like Andrew Dice Clay. It's like if you get like what it is that's going on with the what he's trying to present to you, you can enjoy it without feeling guilty.
yeah.
Whereas Ken Dodd, I've never found him funny. And that makes sense because human evolves, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So if I'd have been born
yeah.
60 years ago, I'd think he was the best comedian in the world.
There was a Chubby Brown joke about like a mosquito hitting a windscreen, but it wasn't a mosquito, it was a dildo that had fell out of the back of this wagon. And I just remember seeing that because the dad turns to the kid and he's like, "Oh, it was a fly that hit the windscreen," and the kid says, "Oh, did you see the cock on it?" I remember seeing that when I was like Probably about 8 or 9, like hiding at the top of the stairs while my mum and dad were watching it downstairs, just watching it through the banisters and thinking it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. And if you want to hear that joke again, you can go to Hot Water on a Monday night.
Yeah, no, that's a digger.
And that's the thing about Chubby Brown. He'll do a joke like that, you'll laugh your head off, and then he'll do like 5 racist jokes in a row.
Yeah.
But because you're already laughing, you laugh at them anyway.
Yeah.
And then you feel guilty. And then you're like, what am I supposed to be feeling here?
Yeah.
Probably best not to ask Twitter.
I used to get his DVDs every single Christmas.
Yeah.
That is part of, like, my Christmas presents off my parents and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just blue.
Yeah.
That's back then. My parents were just like, oh yeah,
He's a blue comic.
he's a blue comic.
Yeah.
But now, you know, we that means something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Last one. What would your last meal be on death row?
I'm going to have grilled salmon.
Tory cunt.
It's my last meal, you fucking gimp. What am I supposed to say? Oh, I'll have a KFC. Fuck off. That's what I want.
Remember your fan base?
Yeah, grilled salmon. I'm trying to think of something really fucking fancy now. I'll tell you what, it's grilled salmon, sprinkle a bit of parmesan on it, the superior cheese, as we all know.
Yeah.
Cheese with fish?
No, just why
While you watch a good western.
Yeah, while I'm watching a western. What would I have to drink? Oh, I just want like a cup of tea.
Would you? Yorkshire
really
tea?
nice cup of tea though.
Yeah.
I'm talking like Yorkshire tea bag, oat milk,
Yeah.
grilled salmon, asparagus. I'll have some. I want a side dish of like potatoes.
New potatoes. So.
Yeah, new potatoes
Spring
with like
onions on them, or
butter,
chives.
herbs,
Yeah, you gotta have
thyme,
butter.
something like that.
Yeah.
Do I want any veg? Other veg? No.
No.
And some crisps for afterwards. A big, massive bowl of Frazzles.
Oh, yeah. Frazzles.
Great
That'll
show.
do me.
One of my newest things that I found is Frazzles with guacamole is like one of the best
Alright.
snacks ever.
Oh, have you ever had a butty with Frazzles?
Yeah.
Boss in it.
Look at me. What do you think?
Just trying to be polite. I just don't want to assume you're a fat cunt. I want to ask.
Yeah. I definitely identify that way as well. Yeah, I love Frazzles.
They're boss. They're the best crisps.
Yeah. What would be your death row meal?
I don't know. Probably a pizza.
Would it?
Yeah. Pizza, probably with Induja.
What?
Induja.
It's a spicy Italian sausage.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of parmesan, garlic dip.
No cheddar though, eh?
Not on a pizza, no. No.
That's what I mean. Just rest.
Maybe for toast.
Yeah.
That's
Something.
it.
It was
working
having
class
cheese on
like that.
toast.
I mean, if I was going to feed it to a mouse, cheddar all
Yeah.
day long, but you wouldn't give a mouse.
What would you have for your last meal?
Me, 17 bottles of vodka.
Would you? Would you not just have loads of gluten just so you could like shit the bed when they killed you?
No, you'd probably do that anyway, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kill you. When you die, you shoot yourself.
Do you?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Like every time.
Not every time. But
Well, you
a lot
only
of
die
people-
once.
Yeah.
No, but I mean like every person who's died has shit themselves.
Not if you know what.
Unless you're a
Not if you're
comedian.
a Buddhist.
Yeah. Yeah, you shit yourself and get a stiffy at the same time. That's what
Wow.
happens when you die.
Angel lust.
What's angel lust?
When you get a stiffy when you're dead.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's how they
Angel
put you
lust.
in the body bag. The coroner picks you up by the cock. Plonks you in.
That's probably why that little fellow was angry with you.
Yeah, I shouldn't have picked him up by his cock.
Imagine that and spinning him around like a rattle at a
You
match.
couldn't, honestly, so heavy. So fucking heavy, honest to God. Should we do a top
Don't
5?
interrupt.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Do you want to do top 5?
Fine.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So top 5 this week was top 5 things you missed from your youth.
Okay. Parents.
Are your parents dead?
No.
I've known you for a long time. I've never asked you that question. I don't know if
No,
your
they're
parents
not.
are
They're
alive.
both alive.
Oh, that's nice.
That is a weird question to ask a friend, though, isn't it?
Mm.
Your parents alive.
Your mum and dad dead? Yeah, it's not really something you can ask, is it?
No.
You just gotta like get that vibe from them. You know,
Yeah.
if they're like
People
depressed.
tend
or
to
they
tell
know.
you when it's happened as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as I know, both of mine are still alive.
that's good.
I don't speak to my dad, so
You're not.
never. No. He's never bothered.
That's nice.
Every now and then I get a relative approach me on the street. And it's never like fucking Charles Dickens where it's someone who's rich. It's always some toothless smack. I go, you're my cousin, you know.
You're like, you didn't need to tell me that.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Hell, Tom. I hope your back is in.
He's in pain, isn't he?
Yeah, it should be.
I am.
It's carrying the podcast.
That's exactly what it is. I'm dying here. The
Stability of your back. It must be
that
something.
has got to be the number one thing I miss from my youth is the fact that my back didn't go. This is like the third time this year now that I've had like trapped nerves in my back and so it's fucking horrible. I miss that. Miss being mobile. Being
I miss
young.
going to restaurants as a child because that's always fun.
Yeah.
It's always like an adventure.
An adventure in it.
Yeah, the menu, you know, the table, the
Something to
waiter.
colour.
You get crayons.
You get crayons, you know.
still
I
get
still do
crayons.
now.
Still get crayons. Yeah.
I miss that.
being able to abuse yourself, and I don't mean like having a wank. I mean just like staying up for 3 or 4 days and not feeling it, or like stay up till 6 o'clock and get up and do a full shift.
Like defying sleep. Being able to defy sleep. Like,
And it
fuck you,
not
sleep, I'm
touches you.
staying up.
We did that for so long. When I first moved out and went on my own, I lived with a guy and a girl. We all worked at the same restaurant. And we had a 3 a.m. rule. So no matter what shift you was on the next day, no one's allowed to go to bed before 3 a.m. And we never had fucking food in the house. It was just, the fridge was always full of beer, cider, vodka, whatever. But we never had food in. So we just used to just smoke weed and drink and just party for days and days. And I've no idea how.
Party house.
Yeah, it was. It was a
But
proper
you were all
party.
working full time as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. We all worked full time at a restaurant. But so like we'd go back, the three of us who lived there, and then everyone else who worked at the restaurant would come back, and we'd just drink and get weird.
Have you ever stayed up all night so often that you lose the gap between days,
Yes.
where you just start to feel like it's one long day?
Yeah.
I had to stop.
That's
it.
the worst. That.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever worked nights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I hate them.
I did it for 2 years, mate, and it did me head in.
No, I've only done like the odd night shift.
Oh, it's like that part of my life's grey.
Yeah.
That's out the best way. The colour went out of line.
I did 7 till midnight shifts for 6 weeks, and it fucking messed me up.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible, innit?
I used to do 7 at night till 7 in the morning.
Oh god, I couldn't do that.
What you do?
Jelly at parties. Don't get that anymore.
Was this
do you?
after? Oh, when you were a kid? I thought you meant in this fucking student
Yeah.
house.
No. Like,
You'd have jelly at parties or
yes,
something
you don't
like
get.
that.
You know, if you get invited to a party now, like if it was New Year's Eve and you went round someone's house for a party now as a grown up, you know there's not going to be jelly,
No.
and that's sad.
That's the first thing I ask when I walk into any party.
Yeah.
Where's
Jelly?
the jelly?
Is the jelly here?
Is there jelly?
Yeah.
Right,
Gotta
well,
be red jelly though.
Red jelly's the best
I
jelly.
like the green jelly, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, I like lime.
Yeah.
Citrusy jelly.
Yeah, it's the second best.
No, I would say blackcurrant.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
blackcurrant's horrible.
Yeah, that's one of the worst. That I think that'd come after orange for me.
Oh,
Orange jelly's not good.
It is. I like it.
I'd have like fucking gooseberry jelly before I'd have black
Gooseberry jelly,
Yeah,
grilled
I'd-
salmon.
Yeah,
Who
grilled
are you?
salmon. Oh. Grilled salmon jelly, I thought you meant. I've got standards.
Salmon jelly.
I know I look
to be
like
fair,
a lid, but
whenever you post a lot of food that you make on Instagram,
I like cooking, yeah.
yeah, and
Do you
I
like cooking? Yeah.
even though I don't eat like veg and that, I look at your food and go, yeah, I'd have a go at that.
Yeah, well, I think if I don't do stuff like that, then I will just become that slob who's a bachelor who just eats pizza and I'll just look like shit and feel like shit and I've got to be
It's
an
not all
adult.
it's cracked up to be, I'll be honest.
That's it. I don't want to be like that guy, you know. I feel like, because I've been single for a while now, I've been doing this thing where it's like I'm really trying to improve myself as a person just by learning different things.
You know she's not there to see it.
Well, yeah, but I think if I ever fool someone else into going out with me, then I've got all this great stuff that I can do, which might make us stick around.
I must admit, I was never. I never did out like that, and then a bit back, I decided I'm going to start cooking stuff properly. A lot of it with me because I gluten thing, and then I started cooking. But I love cooking, mate, now. And,
It's relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I like the old, like you were saying about processes. It's the old, I'll make that right. I need to get that, and then put it all together, and then when you eat it, it's top. But
Do you genuinely think you have ADHD?
no.
Oh, sorry, that was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You used to be a chef. Mm-hmm. Do you find that ADHD kind of helps with being a chef in terms of like being able to like multitask and hyper focus on stuff?
Hyper focus, yeah, because it's something I was passionate about. And with ADHD, if you've got a passion or if you're into something a lot, you'll know everything about that.
Yeah.
So I just used to hammer cookery books, cookery shows.
Tell us a
I'd watch
recipe
chef.
right now.
For what?
I don't know.
Grilled salmon.
Yeah.
How would you grill a salmon?
Under a grill.
Like that with
I would never cook salmon under a grill.
with a
You
light
wouldn't
on it.
grill
and give it-
salmon?
Where
I
were you
wouldn't
last?
cook it under a grill.
Why?
Pan fry it.
Yeah, you can pan fry it, but grilling it's fine.
No, I'd always pan fry it.
Right.
Yeah,
want
cook
a
it
big-
skin side down for like 3/4 of the time that you're cooking it. Put it onto the other side just for the last probably minute.
But I don't want my pan to be like... Because if I pan fry stuff, I've got a small kitchen, and then it reeks of whatever I've cooked in the pan.
Yeah.
So if I do fish in the pan, my kitchen will smell like fish for a week. But if I do it in the grill, you know, it goes after a couple of hours.
Toast will taste like fish.
Yeah. Toasty fish.
Yeah. But yeah, I would always pan fry
Fish
it.
toasty doesn't sound that bad.
Fish fingers.
Yeah.
Sort of a fish toasty,
fish finger
innit?
toasty is a thing.
Ever?
What else do we miss from
Something
childhood?
else
I miss
that-
computer games.
I still play them, mate.
No, I still play them, but I don't get the same buzz from them anymore.
Yeah.
When I play them now, it's just like I'm doing this just to pass time. Whereas when I was a kid, I used to play them because I loved everything about playing them.
I think with me, it's I miss, and I don't know, it's a thing, but it's like a time and a place. And we were talking about tribes before, but like when we were kids, we all had BMX bikes and that, where you all had all together on your bikes and you were all like trying to learn different things. And
That day you went and looked at the dead body.
yeah. Oh, we'd seen one. Have you ever seen one?
Yeah.
There was one on the golf links at the back, and it was a guy underneath the ice like that, and we were on the way to school, and everyone
That's
was
not
there.
real.
Yeah.
Fucking
And
hell.
he'd whatever happened, it froze, and he was there like that.
I mean, I was just making a joke about Stand By Me, but apparently you fucking lived it.
Yeah.
You seen someone dead under the ice?
Yeah, when we were kids, yeah.
Fucking hell, that's sick.
Did that scar you in any way?
No, well, I didn't get caught for it, so... no, yeah.
Did you just get him out?
No, we just left
frozen.
it. Went to school,
No
he
point.
couldn't get... He was just under the ice.
Yeah, but you didn't phone anyone.
We told school when we got to school.
Ah.
And then I seen a guy in the canal as well that killed himself floating down the canal. So, yeah, I seen a few good dead bodies.
It's been a really
Few
happy
clap.
episode, this, hasn't it?
The only
I
one
didn't touch him around.
the only one I've ever seen was a neighbour who had a heart attack. And I thought he was alright because they carried him out of his house in a stretcher, but it wasn't a stiff stretcher, it was one that was baggy in the middle. So they carried him out on this stretcher, like hunched up,
Yeah.
and he was dead, and they were carrying him like a sack of spuds. But I thought because he's
Over
in
the
this
shoulder.
relaxed stretcher that he was going to be alright, but yeah, he wasn't.
No.
Fucking hell.
I've not seen any dead bodies in real life, but unfortunately I grew up during that period of the internet where there was just beheading videos everywhere. You know, like rotten.com and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Rotten.com,
I'm completely like desensitized to stuff like that now.
The one I always remember, we had a video that went around school, a VHS, called Faces of Death. And have you ever seen that? And there's one with this magician, and he has this plate with spikes on, and he has to get out from underneath it and does it, and it skewers him, and that scarred me more than seeing a dead body.
Yeah. Blimey. I remember one I always remember is a bloke who jumps off a pier, hits his face on the pier,
Oh no.
and then it cuts, and literally this guy's face, like down there, split open.
Oh, yeah,
And the doctor
one.
is holding his entire face together.
Oh,
and I
but
just
he's
feel like,
alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, put him out of his fucking misery. I have no idea, but how would you even begin to
Do you know
fix
what
that?
that's caused that?
What?
Peer pressure. Sorry.
That's good.
That's great. From a man who's seen 2 dead bodies as well. Yeah. Can't think of anything else I'd miss from being a kid, though.
Not having to
I'm
worry
fine.
about anything.
I kind of take that as a
Yeah,
given.
being debt free.
Buying sweets in where you can go and get a quarter of them and a quarter
You
of
can
them.
get them in St Helens.
Can you still?
Yeah, in market in St
Next
Helens.
time I'm in St Helens, you can take me.
Yeah, no problem.
Shop over the road from me's brought back the penny mix, but they charge £1 a bag.
For a 10p mix.
Yeah.
Mix.
We used to have half-p chews. Half-pence chews?
Halfpence.
That was a thing?
Yeah.
Didn't know half a pence was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, half pennies. I've got a load of my own that we saved.
Fucking hell.
Half peas.
Yeah, you could. In St Helens, there's still on the market. There's still a little stall where you can get a quarter of bonbons or quarter of
Skunk.
skunk. yeah.
A quart.
Quarter of skunk.
Who are you buying your weed from?
Sweets and chocolate bars were bigger.
100%.
Everything was
Kit
like
Kat
that.
Chunkies were bigger, Toffee Crisps were bigger, everything was
Well,
bigger.
even when you got, I'd say a large Cadbury bar, it used to be like a fucking brick, as opposed to now where it's really thin.
Like Yorkies were like proper.
Yeah.
Well, we're running out of chocolate, aren't we? The world.
Is that true?
The cacao plants, whatever we
Cacao.
are, we're harvesting more than we're planting, so we're going to run out at some point in the next 50 years, and then there's going to be no chocolate,
That's
and
it.
that is truly when the world's going to go.
I think it
That's
will.
a crisis, that.
You'll
Yeah,
never
all
be
the
able-
angry single mums.
You'll never be able to break up with anyone, will you?
Yeah, exactly.
Milk Tray Man's going to be gone.
Fucked it. I miss the fuse. The Fuse bar. That's what I miss from being a child.
I don't remember the
Cadbury's Fuse was the one.
Was that the one with nuts in it?
Yeah, I'd like nuts and raisins.
Yeah, I couldn't eat that.
Yeah, it was the one. It was fucking so good.
Mars Delight, though. I miss a Mars Delight.
I don't even know what a Mars
Yeah, they were
is.
fucking amazing. It was like crispy and gorgeous in the middle.
I don't know.
This is some fat cunt talk right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
That should be a segment.
Fat cunt
talk.
I mean, we were going to make him eat mayonnaise this week with something dipped
Yeah, what
in it.
happened to that? I was looking for
Mike said he was bringing cheesecake.
I forgot to get the cheesecake.
No, you didn't, did you? That's
Yeah.
what that is.
He forgot to bring the mayonnaise. I genuinely did. He didn't bring any mayonnaise.
Did you
I'd have
not?
got some from shop.
Yeah. I've got some there.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's go to Sainsbury's and get a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Next week we're doing it.
I'll do it.
We'll do it.
Would you? Right. What's your view on this? Right, because I was horrified. And talking of things that scarred me, this really scarred me. Yesterday last week before the pod, I went to the sandwich shop, and guy in front of me got a bacon sandwich
Monster.
with mayonnaise on.
And a monster.
Yeah, with mayonnaise on.
Oh, right, bacon with mayo.
Yeah, it's wrong, that, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not like... I wouldn't dismiss...
Because you could have
Trying
real on
it.
a BLT.
That's what I'd be thinking.
Yeah, but that's 'cause it's got chicken.
Nope.
Oh, bacon, lettuce, tomato.
And chicken.
No,
I'm
that's a club.
dyslexic. so
The
I can't-
LTC.
That's a club.
A club, is it?
Chicken and lettuce under bacon.
Back to Sally, are we? How long have you been doing comedy now?
Like 15 years,
years.
I think. 2008, I think, was my first ever gig.
Yeah, we would have graduated the same year then.
So I was doing, just trying to think when, 2000s, so I just probably, 2000s was sort of when I was, 1999 to like 2004, something like that I was doing. Wow, it's well mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Loads changed,
Yeah.
and
Time
it
passes.
has massively changed.
Time passes.
It's-
That's something I miss about being young, when I didn't notice the time passed.
yeah.
Now I notice it passes every
A
How
single
long-
year
day.
feels about 6 weeks long.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
It speeds up as you get older.
Yeah,
That's
so
the ultimate irony.
Summer holidays used to last for about 4 months, and
Yeah.
5 months, 6
Yeah.
months.
Well, our birthdays would have been in the summer holidays.
Yeah, mine's the 22nd July. I think
Yeah.
I had one birthday in school.
Yeah, I had no birthdays in school. Oh, it's great.
That's quality, that, isn't it?
My favourite memory, right, of all time
Yeah.
is I'm 10 years old. I've woken up, it's my birthday, right? So I know I'm not going to be in school. And it was like, it fell on like a Saturday as well. So I had the whole weekend and I opened my eyes. And the first thing I see when I open my eyes is a copy of Yoshi's Island for the SNES.
Yeah, that's right.
For the SNES.
yeah.
And I saw it and I was like, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning and I get to play that all fucking day. I've never been that happy again. And I don't think I ever will be. Such a core memory, I'll never forget it.
It's mad, innit? I always have one where, and this is a weird one, there was a programme with that used to watch, and I used to remember getting up and being dead excited, and it was this guy that trained Dobermans to rob banks. And I just thought it was the best thing ever. And he used to get up, me and my sister used to sit there watching it, and it was just days. Like
That's
you say,
nice.
you had no.
I have a very similar one to yours, where it was I went out the day the first Spider-Man movie game came out to buy it. I'd saved up for months to get me 40 quid. And on the way home, the bus driver let me on for free. And he didn't stop for anyone else.
Right?
Yeah, so I got to go home really quickly, and I was just like,
You got chauffeured home by a bus?
pretty much, yeah, I've never forgotten it.
That's cool.
Mad, innit?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was like his last day. and
That's
he
what
was
I'm thinking. He was
"Fuck
just like, fuck it, I don't
Yeah.
care. And the bus was only 50p then as well, but I had 50p to spend on whatever I wanted.
Oh, that's nice.
Stuff was cheap. I used to get a lot more for me.
I feel like as well, you remember happier memories from when you were a kid. Because I'm sure good stuff has happened to me in the last
loads
5
of
years,
good
but I
stuff has
can't
happened.
fucking remember
Yeah.
any of it. It just all blurs into one.
And I think you get that involved with everything else and thinking of everything else that you don't take time to, I think this is why I like doing the pod as well, because when's the last time you get to sit down to speak to someone who you don't know?
About a week ago.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If you
Every
don't have
week.
the pod, you don't have that situation, because you can't go out to a coffee shop and go, so hiya, mate, when did you get into drinking coffee? Do you know what I mean?
Do you reckon people might start doing that though? Because there'll be a backlash against everyone just being so obsessed with social media. Because I'm
Yeah.
hearing more about people who are like coming off Facebook, they're coming off Instagram. So maybe people will go back to
And
just
there are
chatting in public.
cafes now where we're twats, we don't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Talk to each other. It's like,
They
no.
can fuck off.
But I mean, it's like London, innit? If you go, I mean, I'm Northern, innit? So you can just talk to someone anywhere. Whereas if you go London and speak to someone on the bus, they're not having it at all. And I mean,
It'll take a few more generations for London to catch up to everywhere else.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think it's a cliche, or do you think up north is a bit friendlier than?
I think we are friendlier than London.
Yeah.
I think
I think there's been a weird, like, Liverpool's getting it a little bit, you know, on Saturdays when it's really fucking hectic and there's just so many people where no one talks, they just fucking dodge around each other. But Manchester's already fully got it, whatever it is that London has.
I think the difference is, like you say, if you do speak to people, they'll answer you here, whereas in London you just get stared down, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or stabbed.
Yeah.
But I think if you take time to talk to people, normally they'll talk back to you, I reckon.
Yeah.
Which I quite like doing, mate.
I think it's when places are so big and so crowded, it just becomes anonymous.
Yeah.
And everyone's just trying to get to whatever they're doing.
I kind of like that feeling of being lost in crowds and no one really noticing me, because I quite like people watching.
Yeah.
And it's easier to do that, first of all, when you're short, and
Yeah.
secondly, when there's a lot of people, because no one notices you. So it's a lot easier to do that. But then sometimes it's nice when it's like I used to hate London. I used to hate gigging there. Hated everything about it. And then I went and got me train the next day after the gig, and I got it at like 6 a.m. when no one was around.
I like that.
And I was walking around and the buildings were lovely, and there was like a theatre or a club or something to do on every corner, and I was like, I kind of get why people love living here.
Yeah.
It's just too many people.
No, I remember I went down years and years and years ago to visit a girl that I'd known, and she went doing ballet dancing. Yeah, I know. And I got off at the station in Euston on a Friday about 6 o'clock in the evening, and just remember thinking, millions and millions of people. But then, like I say, I worked down there for a little bit, and getting up in the morning and walking to the job like 6 in the morning and stuff was great. And people will talk to them walking the dog and stuff. So I suppose it's a protection thing, I think, a lot of it, innit? And I think as well, there's probably a bit more of a language barrier in London, and not a language barrier, but I think it's so diverse and there's so many different cultures and languages. Sometimes
it's a lot faster pace of life as well. Like, people are all about fucking business and job, and like that stress of like living in London and paying for it.
Yeah, getting to the tube on time,
Yeah.
getting to the bus on time.
Yeah.
Like fucking running down massive escalators in London on the tubes, the way we just stand there.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went to London, we were playing a game of talking to someone, asking the time until someone actually replied. How many people could we go through? We made this fucking scally lad just lost his temper with some fella who didn't answer him, kicked him up the arse. And the fella just picked his briefcase up and kept on walking.
really,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, if a scally lad kicked me up the arse,
Yeah.
I'd just carry on.
I
walking,
would, yeah.
I think I wouldn't turn around and say, "Yeah, sorry, mate, it's actually 2:30." I was a cunt there. You're absolutely right.
Sorry. Do you like gigging in London compared with Manchester? No.
No, I don't.
No.
But it's just, again, like with everything in comedy,
Yeah.
it's just getting there is the pain in the arse.
no.
The gigs themselves are fine.
Yeah.
Getting back, I find, is the worst from London.
Yeah.
Like, they just turn the trains off about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah. And also, if you get a coach, like, I don't know, if I get a coach there and then a coach back, I will probably throw up because the motion.
Yeah. You're writing yourself off for it at least another day as
Yeah.
well.
And it's just not worth it. Even if I could drive, I don't think I'd bother with London.
Yeah.
I just like leave that to those acts.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I was just thinking if it's like becoming more specialised, because I suppose when, like, years ago when I was doing it, you could go everywhere. London has always been a bit, you know what I mean? But I think as well, I was always quite northern, my comedy, and I don't know if it translates that well down to London. I think you've got to be a little bit more generic. Not generic, that's probably the wrong word, but it's a different set of skills, I think, to London. So,
Yeah.
and I think that's
Well,
why.
like you said before with the multiculturalism, it's not just like native Londoners that you're trying to get your point across to. It's people from loads of different
That's
places.
what it shouldn't have, but that's what shocked me about Edinburgh, the amount of different types of audiences you get.
Yeah.
Like, no one's the same.
That's good. It's dead interesting. I suppose you stick to what you know, don't you? And
Stick
going
to your own.
stick to own, yeah.
Stick to on.
But like years ago, it was a certain audience that went to watch comedy, and that's changed massively now.
Yeah.
What I've noticed from going back now is there's a lot more couples, whereas used to be just all the lads would go out and watch comedy. And, yeah. But so you have to be a little bit more accommodating of that.
So, and I've noticed is that there's a lot of very young people at gigs who don't seem to understand what live comedy is.
Yeah.
So they almost are visibly confused that you're just doing your stuff and not calling them a knobhead or calling someone a prick or saying that someone's job is shit. They think that that's what comedy is because that's what they see on Instagram and TikTok. They always see the crowd work clips from acts. You know, this is what comedy is. Then someone comes on and talks about their life. Like, what the fuck is this? A TED Talk? Why isn't he calling me a nonce? You know what I mean? And that's something I've noticed with like studenty kind of people.
Students have noticed a very strange, like if they're liking it, they'll laugh. If they're not, no response. Not even like, just flat.
It's glaring. And it's because that's when you're looking at your phone, you don't have an expression when you don't like something, do you?
No,
so you don't feel that sense of, I'll be polite and give them a pity smile.
I wonder what the future is then. Is it that the comedy will get more like sort of one-liners almost? Because that's, you don't, even if you're looking at someone building a joke up on TikTok or whatever, you just go, you can't sometimes be bothered watching it nowadays.
No one's got an attention span.
No one's got an attention span.
Lockdown ruined me for that. Like, I find it really hard to watch a film at home now. I have to be either really interested in or make an effort to concentrate.
If I'm watching a film, I need to know it's going to be good. I'm very, very rare that I'll take a chance on a film I've not seen before.
It's weird because even now, right, I watch YouTube on the telly most of the time. Not watch loads of telly, I'll just watch YouTube. And sometimes I'm watching YouTube and then find myself watching YouTube on my phone. And it's weird.
Cheating on your telly with your phone.
I mean? So I'm watching a board and watch you, and you're like,
I'd never watch a 3-hour documentary on a very like minor subject, but I'll watch a YouTuber talk about something for 3 hours.
I'll watch a YouTuber review a game over playing the game myself.
Sometimes, definitely. I would never play FIFA, but I'll watch the review of it. Because I don't like football. But.
It's weird. It is. I just makes you wonder where it's going because it will. It'll all become dead disposable. But I think the comedy, it's a craft in it, and that'll be lost. I think. Well,
it's going as well the way people are cultivating their own audiences. Like Have a Word, for example, and building their own crowd that'll come to their gigs, knowing what to expect. So I think it'll become more not divided in a way,
tribal
but specialised.
Again. Tribal, aren't we?
Like footy, innit?
Yeah.
Finally, footy is infiltrated comedy and shit all over it.
Can you imagine like fucking fights between Have a Word and I don't know another big podcast?
Well, it's just them, innit?
Off menu.
There we go. I'd go for. I think Have a Word fans would probably win that fight.
Yeah, definitely. I just have to think of a podcast.
Off menu is Acaster and Ed Gamble, innit? Their fans aren't going to be able to fight. They get absolutely all them fucking vegans. They get slaughtered, mate. Would you like to have a fan base?
I don't know, because I think I would in terms of the money, but I worry, and it's not exclusive to anyone in particular, when you see people who've cultivated an audience who are loyal to the point that they can't criticise. You know, when someone's like, oh, that special wasn't very good, and the fans are just like fucking on them. Like Taylor Swift's fans can't accept like, oh, that wasn't as good as last album or whatever. I don't want that. I would want fair criticism.
I think she's more of a cult these days. Taylor Swift, isn't she?
I remember getting a big argument with a guy on a train on the tram coming back from town. I've been to watch Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And the old lady got on to us.
When was that?
Before COVID. Before the last one they cancelled, didn't they? Because the drummer died. But
it's selfish.
Yeah. So basically, I stood up, like this lady sat down, and she says, oh, thank you very much, where have you been, sort of thing. So she says, oh, I've been to a concert. She says, were they good? And I says, yeah, it was a Foo Fighters. I says, they were dead cheesy. I says, but they were all right. Because they are. Do you know what I mean? I love them to bits, but they're dead cheesy. And this guy stood up. They weren't cheesy, they were quality. And I'm like, they were cheesy, weren't they, mate? And
well, he stood up.
No, they were quality. Oh, yeah, proper.
Standing up is very cheesy, ironically.
And I just said to him, look, mate, they're not Pink Floyd. And he went, yeah, and just sat back down again. And I'm like, you know, that's what they
played
do.
The Floyd card.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, he put the Pink Floyd card.
It's all cheesy to an extent as well.
Yeah. But it is. It'd be acer, wouldn't it, if you had your own, like, army of...
Yeah.
Apparently, right, though, is it? I think Matt said this before, there's a book called Sapiens, isn't there? Have you read that? And basically it says that the reason why Neanderthals and Homo sapiens and Neanderthals died out is because you can only have 250 people that follow you, and then you can't control any more than that. You start getting fractions breaking off and stuff. So that's why sapiens, they galvanise people with like religion or beliefs and stuff like that, so they could build a bigger army. So that's what you'd have to do. It's not a podcast you need, it's a cult.
you can argue all things like that are variations on a cult, whether it's a band, a podcast.
Yeah,
All you need to do to be like a cult guy is just to be vaguely philosophical on Twitter.
Is that
You know what I mean?
X?
On X, yeah. You just have some trite opinion about like life and death and stuff like that, and you'll get a load of idiots thinking that you're talking, sense instead of just chatting shite.
Like that episode of Always Sunny,
Yeah,
The Master.
the master.
I've not seen that. What's Always Sunny?
It's this sitcom about 4 or 5 horrible people who are generally pretty stupid and narcissistic, but they sort of always come out on top
Oh, okay.
and destroy the lives of those around them.
Yeah, they're like a black hole.
Oh, okay.
They just pull in characters around them and just destroy them and
There's
ruin
a
them.
guy he starts off in the first series as a priest who has a crush on the female in the group. It's female, isn't it? But they slowly ruin his life, and by the 4th or 5th series, he's a homeless crack addict.
No way.
Yeah,
You still believe in God, though?
he's still wearing the same clothes. Yeah,
I can't believe you've never heard of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I don't watch loads of telly.
I reckon
Nice.
you'd like it.
Yeah, no, I might have a watch then. Probably. I give up on telly because it's just, I don't know. I don't watch tons of it.
I don't have an aerial anymore, but I still watch shows.
I tend not to watch shows just because it's always like they're always building for the next series or the next season, so stuff never really gets resolved properly or things like that. I'd love to watch it. Do you ever remember The Street? It was on ITV.
Yeah,
I thought that was like the most perfect show I've ever watched because there was like 6 episodes. Each episode focused on a different house that was in the same street. And then after those 6 episodes, it ended. I think they might have done one more. But all the stories were self-contained. And you don't really get that anymore. Everything's left on a cliffhanger just in case they get a new season.
now as well. Well, I like things like Breaking Bad, but again, as you say, they carry on forever.
It's just money
And then it becomes like footy or a soap opera where it's like, God, this will never end. I'm just going to have to be a fan of this for life.
Yeah,
It's like, I kind of want to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Wrestling is like that.
Yeah.
And I love wrestling, but I do get periods where I don't love it as much as I used to.
Well, they should have like an off season.
Yeah, they don't.
Let the
'cause-
wrestlers recharge, let
Yeah.
the audience miss them, but they don't. They can't afford to really.
No, because they
make
make
too
so
much money.
much money.
Yeah.
Like,
It must be. I like.
it's billions of dollars now.
Because you're talking about TV rights and
Yeah,
deals and sponsorships and stuff like that.
God, we're
It's-
spinning wheels here.
Yeah. It has spoiled it though, all the money. Even in television now, you can't watch like you used to go and watch a footy in the
I
afternoon.
think it's like anything when you're a kid. If you have 3 or 4 toys, you fucking love those toys.
Yeah.
When you get 100 toys, you don't care about them as much. And there's a million channels now
Yeah.
and a million different ways to entertain yourself.
I remember we were talking before about being young and stuff you miss. Right? Do you remember the Young Ones?
Yeah.
Right. When that come on telly, everyone in school watched that.
Yeah.
And you'd go in and the next day you'd just talk about that. Did you see that? He did that, that. Because everyone had gone home and everyone had watched it. Now,
Appointment
never
telly is
happened.
dead.
Yeah, it is. And the same with concerts, innit? Nebworth, how many people were there to see Oasis? And now it's, you get people going, but
Yeah.
it'll never be like hundreds of thousands of people.
I
like
don't
it
know if
was.
there's ever going to be a band again that catches that vibe, because I don't think rock bands have that anymore.
No, it's people like Taylor Swift now.
Yeah.
They're the ones who get the massive
The
audiences like that.
zeitgeist as well.
Yeah.
But would they do like, I suppose you do Glastonbury and stuff, don't they? So,
Yeah, Taylor
it's
Swift
the
could
same.
play Glastonbury.
Rihanna's done
Yeah.
with Glastonbury, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But nothing seems like the last band I can remember really connecting with people who wear the fucking clothes, and that was Libertines.
He's just brought a new album out, hasn't
Yeah, I still haven't listened to it. Like at one time, I would have been on that.
he? Do you reckon comedy's good at festivals?
I thought you were going to say, do you think comedy's good?
'cause
55 minutes.
Yeah,
Do you think comedy's good?
Because it's not really an environment where you go to watch comedy, is it? It's sort of an afterthought that they've gone, oh, let's bang a tent in and put some comedians on.
I've only ever seen a little bit of it, and it was strange.
Mm.
I was at Leeds and I watched a bit of Henry Rollins.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm a liar.
I like Henry Rollins, but
Yeah.
it's a strange, like, half these people were all fucked sitting in a tent recovering,
Yeah.
and like someone's trying to be funny. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't get why they have comedy at festivals. You know what they should have instead of comedians? They should have like dogs doing tricks or something like that, or like acrobats. Just something that you can watch and you don't have to vocalize your approval or disapproval. You can just sit there, be off your head, be hungover, whatever, and just watch like visual entertainment. I don't get why
Just
they
like
have
colours and shapes.
Yeah, why don't they have that? Just a big screen, a load of colours and shapes, dead slow, some like
Soothing
moody music.
Yeah.
That would be much better.
Soft lights.
Soft lights, beanbags. It's such an easier ask of the audience than pay attention to this person talking and laugh at the appropriate
Particularly
moment.
with someone like Henry Rollins or Mark Steele who are intensely political.
Yeah, and dead eloquent and use
Yeah.
loads of big fucking words. No, I just want to see dogs doing tricks. I want to see a dog like jumping through a ring of fire. Why don't they have that at festivals?
Maybe they do, but
Maybe. But not like music festivals.
no.
I remember years ago when my family took me to a circus, and it was just when it was starting to be like, you can't have animals at circuses.
Alright.
So they went on at the end and they brought the owner of the circus out, and he talked about how they trained horses for years to do all these spectacular stunts. And we're thinking, he's going to bring these fucking stunt horses out. And he didn't. He brought out 2 whippets and made them jump through hoops.
Whoa.
It's like, this is what we're allowed now.
Wow.
Whippets jumping through hoops.
Yeah.
There was
that-
one at Bellevue, wasn't there, where they used to have elephants at Bellevue, and
They had an elephant, but they weren't allowed to do anything with it.
well, this escaped, didn't it, and went on a big maraud around everywhere. Yeah, back in the day.
made its own entertainment.
That'd be good though. Sat there,
Trample
pissed
these
chill.
circus
Oh,
workers.
look at that.
Yeah.
Nelly's gone in for it.
There's a rumour back in the day that some kids brought a chimp back from Chester Zoo and let it loose on Breck Road.
What, really?
Yeah, they dressed it up in a hat and t-shirt and let it out. Don't know whether that's true or not.
He managed to blend in with society.
On Breck Road.
Now he works in the Costa.
Yeah.
Accountant now.
He's married.
4 kids. Oh, right, well, I don't know when.
What else have we got?
I think that's it, innit?
Is the Don't Get Me Started or a Murtaugh list?
Don't get me started. People who moan on Facebook about people moaning. So
Yeah.
should you be allowed to moan about people moaning?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you think though?
I think it depends on there's Facebook posts that are legitimate complaints, and then there's attention-seeking Facebook posts.
I think every Facebook post is attention seeking in it. You don't really put a post on Facebook
Vague
to
booking
help
and-
community, do you? Society.
I think
Oh,
vague
yeah.
booking is worse than anything else.
What is, sorry?
Vague booking is what people, when you're like, can't believe this has happened.
Inbox me, hun. That's
Yeah,
it.
that sort of thing. So you do it for the attention.
Oh, so you don't actually put what has happened. You
no,
just
like
put,
if I'm putting like, oh, I've had a really bad day at work and whatever, I'll write what has
Yeah,
happened,
yeah,
but people
yeah.
won't because they want someone to message them and talk to them.
Oh.
Has he left you again?
Yeah. Yeah. What? So he had a hat and a t-shirt on.
Yeah.
That'd be such a snotty reply, though. As he left you again. You could just say as he left you. You don't need to put again there and imply this has happened numerous times.
Oh.
I don't know. People whinging on Facebook about stuff is just kind of what Facebook is now, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It used
I don't know what it used to be. I can't remember.
Token.
Yeah,
Token,
token
yeah.
and statuses. Now
Yeah.
it's all about like community and adverts and selling stuff
Just-
and
it's
complaining,
just-
I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
Oh, but what's
complaining.
happened is a lot of older people have gone on Facebook and then seen, oh, this is just like a newsletter.
Yeah.
That's what I'll use it as. It's like the notice board outside the church.
Yeah.
And now it's shit.
And it's mad though, but I think it is good in some ways though, because of that reason that it is more local, if you know what I mean. Whereas you don't get, it's like we used to get a paper called The Messenger, and that's where, you know, you found out who died, what jobs were going,
Oh, we had
what
the
was
misery
on.
mart.
Yeah, and that's gone now, but Facebook sort of took that role over a little bit, innit, I think. But I think gone are the days where, you know, you can be like Facebook famous, really. I think it's all tied down to, it's more community now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Whereas,
Adams and like people selling shite and what day the bingo's out groups and all of that. I like getting banned from those local groups by being an knobhead.
Oh yeah, you do that a lot, don't you?
Yeah, it just makes me day, man. Going on and saying like the bin goes out on a Wednesday now and people losing it.
Yeah, because people are so quick to correct people on the internet.
Yeah.
So being
That's
wrong
the
about
one
stuff on
it.
purpose
Yeah.
is now genuinely quite entertaining.
Yeah,
I've had some fella going for about a week arguing with me because there's a group called Croxteth Memories, and someone said, "Can you put any pictures up from the 50s to see what it was like?" And just to amuse myself, I put a picture of some tower blocks up that were actually in Chernobyl. And people, I don't remember this, you know. And this one fella's going, "It's not real. Your nan's a liar. They never built tower blocks in Croxteth until night." And I'm just going, "My nan's not a liar, mate."
That's great. My nan is not a liar. That's great.
Just
draw them in
nan's
more.
a fucking con man. I had to tell him in the end. He's like, "Your nan's fucking stupid." I'm like, "Not as stupid as you. You've been talking about this for a week. It's not real."
It's dead funny though, isn't it? How people do
God,
that.
how empty that poor bastard's life is. Then again, I say that, how empty your life must be to pretend to...
I had to make the picture black and white.
Yeah,
Find
exactly.
one that looks vaguely like it could be Liverpool.
Photoshop like an L something postcode into
Batman
it as
falling
well.
down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I used to do stuff like troll stuff people on the internet when I was a bit younger. But I don't know, I find it...
You got a job.
But, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
You just find other stuff, don't you, to fill your time.
I'm banned from editing Wikipedia for life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Because I said Cilla Black's final resting place was hell.
There's a place called Hell in Germany.
She was a terrible singer.
She was.
She had an alright voice, but she just she doesn't know how to use it.
She was
or
a bowler.
perform it. Yeah, she was a like from the bowels of her. Oh god.
Do you know what though? That was something that was good. Was it Blind Date? When she used to do Cilla Black did Blind Date on a Saturday.
Yeah, I remember it, yeah.
It used to be pretty good, that. Like,
God,
that
Blind
was
Date.
Yeah, 90s.
Such a good example of when you only had 4 channels to choose from.
yeah.
They'll just put fucking anything.
You won't watch it now, but at the time it was like... But I suppose...
That has been a real addiction of mine lately, watching 90s game shows.
Oh, do you ever watch Bullseye?
Yeah, I fucking
love Bullseye.
There's an episode of Bullseye, I haven't been able to find it, but I've seen it once, where Jim Bowen's talking to a guest, and he's like, "And I believe you had a special job during war. What was your job?" And he went, "I was a bodyguard to Himmler." Not actually where, you know, when we caught him and that. And he's like, "What was it like working with the great man?"
Wow.
Not far off that, like, but
yeah.
that's and I'm just, no one believes me, but I swear to God I've seen it.
I can believe it. I remember an episode where there were 2 gay fellas on, and obviously Jim wasn't allowed to point out that they were gay because this was the telly in like the 80s or the 70s. So he was just like, "Okay, so that's John, and you brought your special friend, haven't you?" That's how we refer to him.
My nan's like that even now. She won't say, like, the woman next door to us, lovely lady, her husband passed away and she's moved on. But my nan calls the new boyfriend the odd job man. Because when she first met him, he was doing like fixing the fence or something, and he's helped out a lot and done a lot of work for him. But my nan, the odd jobby man is what she calls him. He's been there for 3 years now, Nan. He's clearly working on one task.
Yeah.
What are the ones where the Family Fortunes? That was good.
I really like The Price is Right.
Price is Right was good. With Barrymore, yeah.
No,
Leslie
Brucey.
Crowther.
Or was that with Bruce?
Yeah.
Did Barrymore take it over though? No, or was that Strike It Lucky?
Strike It
That was
Lucky.
Strike It Lucky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Barrymore's fucking bizarre. It's like me and my girlfriend watched a lot of Barrymore for a while because she doesn't remember him. She's only 30, so she doesn't remember him as like being the king of TV.
Yeah.
And watch it, you know, where he's like fucking going in old lady knickers and stuff and all that.
And just darting around the stage.
Yeah, she's going, "This was allowed." And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. He was charismatic.
Yeah, he was talented, I guess,
Yeah.
but very strange.
Yeah, very strange. It was a bit like if you took Jimmy Savile and took away everything that made him look so blatantly like a nonce. That's basically Barrymore, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the weird eccentricities and mannerisms.
And the occasional song.
Yeah.
He sang the Backstreet Boys
Yeah.
and had all the fucking housewives going.
Do you know the song Walk the Dinosaur?
Yes.
I wanna forget
Yeah,
on
no.
the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Was.
Jim Bowen has done a cover of that song.
Fuck off.
It's on YouTube. It's fucking incredible. Listen to it when you
I
get
know
in.
what I'm doing
It's
now.
proper. Open door, get onto the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Oh, it's great. And when he has to do that, boom, boom, shaka laka laka boom, 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 shaka. Oh, it's great. Check it out if you're watching this. This makes the edit.
What I really like about those old game shows, though, in particular The Price is Right, is where like how much shite, absolute terrible stuff was overpriced. Whereas they'd have something where you'd be like, oh, that's like a tasteful painting or something, 20 quid.
Yeah.
And there'll be like a stereo system.
Yeah.
£2,000.
Yeah.
As 2 CD players.
Yeah, he was good. He's less competitive, I think, telly in the 90s, wasn't it? I think that's... Now everyone wants to be the biggest and the best and the greatest, whereas it was a bit more articulate, wasn't it? Blankety Blank was...
You know when you watch like the contestants on game shows now, they're so at ease being on telly compared to how they were back then. Like people back then looked terrified to be on telly and be asked questions, but now people try and like make little jokes and
they make careers
wink at
off
the
the back of
camera
it,
and stuff like that. And it's like, whoa, who the fuck's this guy think he is?
Yeah.
Having bants with Bradley on the chase mate. Wouldn't have
I
had
like
that
the
20
chase.
years
That's
ago.
actually a good one. I'd let the chase. He's good, Bradley, isn't it?
Something you never get anymore because, like, as you say, people are TV aware now. Like, back in the day, they'd be like, all right, we're going to make a programme about films. Get the film man. And he'd just be this old academic who's never been on telly.
Yeah.
But he'd be prompted to talk and he'd say the most strange and bizarre things.
Like a talking head.
Yeah. Or, like, you know, trying to think of it. Wouldn't get Patrick Moore on telly now.
No.
He was great,
No, he wouldn't be allowed.
So.
But yeah,
Well, you're
or
not
like
allowed to
Zoe
speak-
Ball's dad. Remember Zoe
Yeah,
Ball?
he
Remember
was
Johnny
fucking-
Ball?
Yeah, Johnny Ball was great. That was part
You
of my
just don't
growing
get
up,
old
that.
people on
No.
kids' TV shows.
But it was
really
great
anymore.
because I tell you what's really good because I got little and big now, but there's a thing called Horrible Histories.
Yeah.
That's epic.
It is amazing. I love watching that.
well
It's great.
done.
You can tell the actors love it.
Yeah,
They have such a fun time.
I think that is, but a lot of telly now is just.
Well, it's cartoons.
disposable.
Kids' TV mainly is cartoons, which is nice, but I kind of wish that kids were growing up seeing stuff like, you know, like Mr. Rogers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Seeing old people just being fatherly and nice. I think that really has an effect on
There's
kids.
no one who's ugly anymore
Yeah.
in TV
Or
and
real.
films. Yeah.
No. Well, Finger Mouse was what we used to watch. I mean, you wouldn't even get away with that nowadays, would you? Finger Mouse. Mouse.
You say there's so many programs where they'd just be like, try it.
Yeah, like that. What was that mad kid show where it was like puppets on the moon?
Oh,
Clangers.
yeah,
Clangers.
I was going to say the flangers.
Clangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clangers.
Yeah, what a weird concept for the show that was.
Yeah.
And
Me
I've
and my
got-
uncle were talking recently. Like, I don't know if either of you have seen it. Tales from the Riverbank.
That was that Willow, Wind in the Willows?
No,
thing?
it was Hammy Hamster. And it was, not animate, but they'd have real hamsters and other animals like pottering about a riverbank. But because they were going on adventures and stuff, they'd like glue them into airplanes.
Well, there was one with a woman and a dog that used to fly everywhere.
Yeah, Pip and the dog. Come outside.
Yeah. Brum.
Bro, oh God.
Can't have a conversation
yeah.
about
He
kids'
was from
TV shows,
Birmingham, wasn't
not
he?
mention
He's
Brum.
from Fuck off.
Also, that's what the noise a car makes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, two meanings.
I can't do a Birmingham accent, can you?
No, can't.
You do accents.
You
don't
I
have
can
to.
do a Birmingham accent. Yeah, this
Oh,
guy.
yeah, that's
The thing
all right.
about doing any accent is that you've actually just got to start talking. A lot of people think about what they want to say when they're
Yeah.
doing the accent, and then they're not able to do the accent. But it doesn't matter the words that you're saying; it's how it sounds. And also, instead of calling it teeth, they call it tufts.
Tufts. Oh.
So instead of a toothbrush, it's a tuff brush.
That's it. You say tongue wrong, don't you, around here?
Say what?
You say tongue wrong.
Tongue.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Tongue wrong?
It's tongue.
No, a lot of like people in this area say me tongue.
Tongue.
Yeah.
I suppose you do, yeah.
Oh no, I'd say tongue.
Yeah, no, one of my best
Tongue.
mates is from round here. And he's my tongue.
Yeah, it is a tongue.
No, it's
But
not.
tongue.
No, a
I
tongue
went
is
to-
one of those things that
Yeah,
you
that you
pick
get-
something up with.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of them.
I worked with a guy called Rick Tongue. so-
Rick Tongue.
Yeah.
Tongue twister.
Should we
Yeah,
see if Tommy's ready to come back or?
Well, to be honest,
Yeah,
I think
we need
have
to wrap
call
it up.
a day in a bit. I've got a finger
Oh,
too.
poor
so,
Tommy.
he'll be
May
all
you
right.
rest in peace.
I hope he's not. Yeah, I hope he's not dead outside. Like he just fell down the stairs and broke his neck, and we're just sat here talking about
Well,
fucking
if he
drum.
does, at least he won't be able to feel his back. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's the bright side, isn't it?
Right then.
Well, Adam, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. That was lovely.
Brilliant. Really,
Thank you for
really
coming
good.
on. Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you as well.
Thanks, Mike.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug?
Oh, nothing.
That's what
Yeah.
Tommy always says.
Yeah.
Grilled salmon. Grill
Grilled
it, don't
salmon.
pan fry it. It's a much better choice.
Follow Adam for more recipes.
Yeah.
Cheddar's overrated.
It is.